Life is strange before the shitstorm. What an incredible hunk of trash you are. Square Enix. Y'all gotta talk to me about the logic here. What was the rationale for this one? Chloe doesn't have any powers as far as we know. She can't rewind time, she can't levitate shit, she can't feel the emotions and beat the crap out of people. Yet, her greatest power is her smart-ass mouth. We're gonna alter a lot of history with mean words. Okay, as long as the execution holds up, I guess. Not like it will totally cause more problems than it fixes. But sure, in Chloe's warped mind, that is a superpower. And it gets worse the more you think about it. Due to her not having powers, you could almost argue that a lot of the situations she finds herself in, you would try to get it's like they're going for a she can talk her way out of anything type of vibe. But it's Chloe. Chloe is like ass at getting out of situations. She makes things worse. That's her character. And you expect me to believe that before the shitstorm, before MaxiPad came back, this was all just taken care of. No! Fucking no! There are so many inconsistencies from this game brought on by the first game, and they annoy the hell out of me. In fact, I'm gonna go down a line of shit that didn't make sense. This game's logic was already the start to that, but let's keep going. There's much more I need to dig into. Some of the background characters that were in the first game make an appearance in this game as well. Naturally so. That makes sense. But some of the characters don't get explained of like where in the fuck did they go. Some I ain't gonna lie to you, some of them I couldn't care less about. You know, like the Haydens and the Dinas and the Julia Watsons. I don't give a fuck about them. But what I want to know is, what the hell happened to Samantha? The only woman in existence that actually likes Nathan Prescott. Where the hell did she go? Why did she just stop coming to school? And not even her. Steph too. Steph was one of my favorite characters in this game. How the hell did she just disappear in the first game? What? I don't know if that was explained in the game after, I can't remember. But what? Where did she go? Where was Mikey? And then, you know, the D&D game guy, the Durgaron. Where the hell? Where'd he just disappear to? You can't just kill characters off like that with no explanation. We know what happened to Skip. That man rage quit, apparently. So David Dickhead had to step in. We get that. We get all that. That's cool. But these were intricate characters that actually played a role to the cast you had. How the hell do motherfuckers like Steph and Samantha just disappear, but y'all keep niggas like Evan? Who the fuck is Evan? He served no purpose in either game. We didn't get a Kate. There's no Kate. She, I guess, came a little bit later. But for everyone else that was there that didn't need to be there, they're there, but we don't care for them. The ones that actually interacted with the cast are gone somehow, with no explanation. What? That let me know right now that this game was a bit rushed. You were trying to capitalize on the Chloe feel-goods, and I'm like, bro, y'all could have took your time with this one. There's so many inconsistencies. What the hell? But let's keep going, shall we? Principal Wells, it makes sense. I'll give you credit for that. In the first game, he was on bullshit. This game, he was still on bullshit. He had it out for Chloe. Bro, Chloe was a fucking grade A student before the whole tragedy with her dad, and then she just started going off the deep end. And instead of trying to help with that, he saw her just deflecting Not even deflect, what's the word? Defecting. There we go. And was like, you know what? I'm gonna double down on being the dickhead. Do I think Chloe should be coddled? Fuck no. But for the shit she was going through at the time, I don't think Principal Wells was the right person. He was on her ass. When I played the game, bro, I couldn't go nowhere without that fucking milk dud following me everywhere. Like, bruh. Holy shit. You got some wine to drink somewhere, bro. We saw it. We snooped through your office. Going somewhere. Get the fuck out of here. I'm automatically the bad guy in his mind. I guess it pisses me off more because I actually had a similar situation, right? Going to school, folks that got you pegged, when they have you pegged, bro, there's just no getting out of that. You're automatically the bad egg. I don't know, I guess that one kind of resonated with me more. So fair play, Square Enix. I hate Principal Wells because of how fucking close that hits a home. Nice. I felt like Nathan could have been saved. I really did. I really did. See, Nathan is, you know, one of the weirdo kids, you know? There's a lot of quirky, awkward, socially inept kids out there, but then there's Nathan, who takes all of your preconceived assumptions about those basement dwelling kids and proves you right. The man wanted to be an actor. The man had artistic value, I guess you could say. He had aspirations, but he was bullied. Being the richest guy at the fucking school, son of one of the biggest douchebags. But he himself wasn't inherently a douchebag, he was just surrounded by douchebags. His sister apparently was the best Prescott. I don't hear shit about the mom. The dad is, So I felt like Nathan could have been saved. In the very first scene we see this man, he is getting bullied. Practically called a pansy. So, we stick up for him. Right? And I don't know what happens here. I don't know what happens here. Because if you talk to Principal Wells, we helped in the bullying of Nathan, which is total bullshit. That's one of those you're pegged shit. That's that bullshit. But Nathan is out here, I don't need your help from a girl. I'm like, you need something, boy. All that damn money your dad never taught you how to box? Bro. Seeing what Nathan turns out to be encourages me to be a good father. If you do not want your son to turn out like a fucking Nathan Prescott, be active in that kid's life. You will regret it and the rest of the world will too. Jeez. My man's is out here throwing tantrums on stage. He's out here later going on a drug for the whole 9 yards. You know what? Be active in your kid's life. If you have a kid, if you have a son, be active in their life. Do not let them turn out to be Nathan. The world will beat his ass. And then he's gonna get killed by the Mark Jeffersons of the world. If you don't want your son killed by a Mark Jefferson, be active. And how can I mention Nathan without mentioning Victoria? I thought Life is Strange Victoria was annoying. No! Before the storm, Victoria, she wasn't as high up on the totem pole. There was an aura, what's the word? Aura. There was an aura of bullshit surrounding her when she was in the first game, but the second game, ha! That motherfucker there! There was a scene where we meet her for the first time. She doesn't know my name, right? And that's typical Victoria Chase nonsense, but she asks me help for her homework. You have the option to help her or fuck with her a bit. So after she rightfully so got pissed at me, we got to the whole brown nosing aspect of it. Rachel Amber, apparently, this is where we meet her. She is the big deal. Victoria wants to be the big deal. Me and Rachel become close. So now Victoria's trying to, like, you know, wiggle in there and outdo her in some weird ass competition that she's the only one participating in. It's annoying. The attention hog, the attention whore is so annoying. She went as far as trying to drug Rachel. I found that hilarious. It was that real. It was that real. The ass kissing was that real. She was willing to put somebody down for their spot on the totem pole. It's a move I'd admire if it didn't have such a dumbass context to it. It's, you know, I feel like a lot of the people on this list are gonna be reoccurring people from the first game. That's only because the newer breed of characters didn't really add much, didn't really do much, or some just disappeared without any explanation if they did add anything to it. What? I guess that's why they're so low on this list. They're back for more bullshit. And we're already at this point used to their bullshit. So, next. Now, while we're friends with Rachel, we finally meet her family. Their mom, more on that later, is cool, pretty decent. The dad, shut up stomach. The dad, wrap your head around this. Okay, so the guy basically cheats on his wife right now with his ex. He kisses her in some park, right? And then he tells Rachel and Chloe that was to say goodbye to the ex for one final time. Then he has this weird ass plan to get rid of her, so to speak. He's got these shady guys coming to kill her. And I don't know, do whatever with her, just make her disappear. But he doesn't want Rachel to find out, because he loves her? If you think me explaining it was hard to follow, just play the game. What the fuck? Yo, James, Isaac, no neutron. What the fuck? I swear I would be heated if my ex tried to have me killed for some dumbass reason other than you don't want the other people to find out about me. But it gets dumber. Remember when I did the air quotes for the mom? So apparently James' wife at this point, her name is Rose, but the ex-wife, the actual mom to Rachel Amber, her name is Sarah. And James wants Sarah erased from history. But Sarah, throughout this part in the game, is going on and on about, let me see my baby, I wanna see my baby, I wanna see what she's grown up to be. But she was the one that left in the first place. She didn't want to help raise no kid. And then she wants to come back to meet the kid. Rachel wants to go see her. She wants to see Rachel. Chloe's working her ass off trying to get this together. And when we're finally close to the meeting, Sarah's like, no, I don't want to meet her. What? What? All that just to not want to go through with it. She was a drug addict, so maybe she was under the influence, but she had to have been smoking something incredibly strong or incredibly decent for her to, like, just completely forget the whole reason we were going through the shit we were going through with those sketchy people. Damon Merrick, you know, he's one of them. Frank, yeah. That's another thing. Like, Frank, yo, there's more of this dumb game logic. This man Frank met Chloe a while back. We met this man's dog. But in the first game, if you bring up that you know this dude's dog, he's gonna accuse you of breaking into his RV. Like, nigga, you let us in a while back. We ain't forgot that. What? But that's besides the point. The point is, Sarah and James have gotta be noted as one of the most toxic relationships I had ever fucking seen. Johnny and Amber Heard be damned. I ain't never seen that shit before. Wow. Wow. James is a fucking DA. He's a cop, essentially. He can't be out here doing business with Damon Merricks and Frank Bowers of the world. Yet he's out here trying to get his ex-wife, fucking Chris Benoit. What? And then she's like, I'm all for it. What? Ooh, Square Enix, you got me with that one, bro. I don't know. You got me with that one, cuz. But if we're gonna talk about the parents, we gotta talk about their offspring, Rachel, this spawn of idiocy. I guess it didn't fall too far from the fucking tree. When we hear about Rachel in Life is Strange 1, she is goated, basically. We're hearing about this legend of how social she was, how cool she was, how mysterious she was. Everybody loved her. Everybody glorified this woman. She was the end-all be-all. And when we meet her, it starts off great. We are meeting this character that we have known about since Life is Strange. We're meeting this character and we're like, okay, cool. This character's alright. Because she totally broke Chloe out of her shell. First episode, right? We meet her. Everything is good. Good. What the fuck? Everything is good. I can't talk. I'm so angry. Until we ditch school. Now, things got a little awkward because we were at the park looking through this viewfinder thing, and that's when she catches her father cheating on her mother at this time, which I would assume would be pretty damn traumatic, would be pretty damn angering. But we're not done. We're not done. Like I said, Rachel has shown me that there are levels to this stupid shit. You can kill Chloe's father and she will bitch and moan about it, rightfully so, for a few years. Again, rightfully so. That is a hard thing to get over. Her dad was literally taken from her. But Rachel basically catches her dad two-timing her now mother with her actual mother, and she sets a whole damn forest on fire after lashing out at me like I did something. Who the hell's raising these kids? See? Parents, when you're not active in your kid's life, they set a damn forest on fire. What the fuck? That thing took damn near weeks to put out. It's mentioned every fucking episode of the game that they're still working on that fire. They're trying to discover what the hell did that. All that for your dad cheating on your mom? Your stepmom ain't even your real mom, it's your step. What? Oh, Rachel, if you was black, you'd be throttled. Wow. So, of course, we get to the confrontation. What the fuck? So, of course, we get to the confrontation. The climax. And she's lashing out at her dad about this shit. Okay, let's get some answers. And then we fucking find out the whole James plan to eradicate the Sarah who wants to meet Rachel but also doesn't want to meet Rachel. And there's this little circle jerk of each other's emotions, and then Chloe's just right in the middle of it like a damn Oreo cream. She's just sitting in the middle of this bullshit. What? And there's Damon Merrick, who's out here selling pot to kids. And he's got a whole damn, rotation on a college campus or a high school campus or whatever the fuck Blackwell wants to be at the time it wants to be it. Folks is just on payroll out there, but we gotta worry about this. The story, what the hell happened? What? Oh, man. How can I forget this prick? So, earlier on in the game, I'm sorry to go back and forth like this, but I don't script these out before I do them. I just do them. You meet a character named Elliot, who at this point is supposed to be, the secondary Warren. Now, to give you some context, Chloe apparently has known Elliot for years, right? Chloe, has only known Rachel for about a couple days, and when it comes to emotional connection, Rachel has made great progress in a matter of days, far more than Elliot has in the whole lifespan he's known her, right? So in other words, this man is ultra friend-zoned, and oh my god. To any single young man who may or may not watch this video, nothing, I repeat, nothing is worth your self-respect and dignity. But according to Elliot Rogers 2.0, this bitch, oh my god, and you knew the storm was coming. You, no pun intended, you knew the storm was coming. This motherfucker here, let me tell you, let me just list of all the things this man did, okay? This man, he starts off cool, right? He's the friend of Chloe, and he's fine with that, or so we thought. This man invites Chloe to go see a damn play. Chloe is not a play person, obviously. Chloe's not feeling Elliot enough to even go anywhere with him. Maybe a concert back when she was vulnerable. Shut up, phone. Maybe a concert back when she was vulnerable, sure. But she's not into him to go to a play where they can just hit it off and get to know each other. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. If you decline that shit, you'll wind up in the play anyway, so you don't even go with Elliot even if you wanted to. Alright, cool. But Chloe gets suspended, so at this point she misses the damn play. Well, she's supposed to. We wound up backing it anyway. But at this point she's suspended and Elliot's trying to give her a fucking hug and shit. Like, well, for what? For what? Why? Why, Elliot? Why do you want to hug her? She don't want to hug you. Why you want to hug her, bro? And then he starts planting the seeds about how Rachel is this, that, and the third. First of all, we already know Rachel is crazy. The thing is, Chloe is already enamored. Trying to explain to someone that's looking at someone else through rose-tinted glasses that they're a piece of shit, you're wasting your time. And on top of that, he's clearly trying to get with Chloe. So he's no better. He's just as bad. He's just trying to hide it. That's that nice guy syndrome. Women do it too. I ain't gonna cap to you, but we're not talking about that. That's for a whole other video if y'all want it. But in Elliot's case, Chloe was showing no signs of wanting this nigga romantically, and he took it as a sign as, well, if I'm still friends with her, I guess I got a shot. No, bitch. It gets worse. Somehow, we get into a scuffle with Damon Merrick, and he stabs Rachel. So we're freaking the fuck out. We get Rachel to a damn hospital. Elliot somehow fucking finds us. No one told him shit. We still talk to Steph and Mikey. They're also at the hospital too. Another Damon Merrick situation. But no one is talking to Elliot like that. How the hell does he know? How is he just showing up everywhere I am? That nigga got me on stalk patrol. He is just waiting to see what moves I make, and then he's just following me along. Like, that's not incredibly creepy. Then this menace goes rogue. Rachel asks us to get more dirt or more bullshit on James to figure out what's really going on between him and Sarah. We go to their house, and yet as I'm leaving, Elliot is behind me, still trying to plead his case about why he is better for me than Rachel is. Now, that already is crazy, but this motherfucker locks the door and he tells me that I'm not going anywhere until we talk to each other. Who the hell does that? That is like the beginning of some Stan shit from Eminem. It got to the point to where I gotta use one more back talk. I gotta use Chloe's power of shit talk to the police to get bro off me. Parents, if you're not active in your kid's life, they'll grow up to be Elliot, Nathan, Rachel's. The amount of cringe is insurmountable. Please don't let them become Chloe, not Chloe, what the fuck? Don't let them become Elliot, Nathan, Rachel's. Don't let them become Chloe either. If you played the first game, don't let them become Chloe either. Now that I'm talking about it, don't let them do that either. Overall, this game was kind of rushed. This was a cash grab done poorly, and it shows. Due to the inconsistencies of the game, they were so desperately looking. I don't think they had time to really go and fine comb over the things that they had established in the first game about the characters we already know. So they gave us this clusterfuck, this shitstorm for lack of a better term, of a game. It is so damn stupid. It is so damn rushed, and it didn't make sense. The story starts off about Chloe and Rachel, which is what we thought we were gonna get. This whole debacle about what the fuck was Rachel before everything that happened. That's what I was worried about. That's what the whole Life is Strange game 1 was all about. Missing Rachel Amber. Who the hell was Rachel Amber? Why was Chloe so enamored? Why was she so important to Chloe? Well, okay, we were gonna figure that out. But I guess I don't think that was a good enough story, which it was. You had it, Square Enix. Like, bro, you had the perfect formula in the first game. Us explaining, or you guys explaining what the hell Rachel was like before her passing would have been the game. You didn't need to make anything complicated by adding a fucking flip-floppy ass David and Frank and some weird ass dude named Damon Merrick. Or what was that other guy named Skeevy guy? What was the dude name? I forget his name. I'm gonna look it up. Sheldon Pike? Y'all threw in a nigga named Sheldon Pike? Skeevy guy. What purpose did he serve other than to introduce Rachel? And you didn't even need him for that. We were gonna run into her eventually. We're in the same damn school. Oh my, and almost another thing. I had to do a back talk to get in. How the hell did she get in? She don't got my Chloe powers. I guess she's Rachel Amber. She can do anything except handle things rationally. Yo, bro, I'm done. That's 10 things I hate about Before the Storm. Like, hey, what game should I do next, man? This pissed me off too. I'm angry now, man. Fuck this, man. I'm out of here. Peace.